Hey everyone, so I've been getting a lot of questions about my hair. Thank you. I'm glad that you guys are liking the color. I didn't expect that. I really didn't. So I'm going to try to answer your questions as best as I can. One question that I got a lot, even before I colored my hair, was how did I grow my hair out so fast? I think it might seem a lot faster to some of you guys than it really was. I started trying to grow my hair out ever since early last year, so early 2011. If you guys recall, I had an A-line bob, so it was really short back here and longer up front. I really did enjoy that hairstyle, but I started missing my long hair, so I tried to grow it out again, and it felt like an eternity for me for it to grow out because the back was so short. So I had to wait for that to grow out, and once that grew out long enough, I like trimmed the front, yada yada. It just took time to grow out. I didn't do anything in particular. Sorry to disappoint, but I know people have like tried taking vitamins and things like that to help their nails and hair grow out longer. Okay, now onto the color. It's kind of a long story as to how I reached this color, and I'm not going to bore you guys with that, but if I were to describe the color, I would say it's kind of like a honey color with a little bit of ashiness and a little bit of warmth to it. Yeah, that tells you so much, right? The best thing I would say to you is really determine how light you want to go with your hair, and then determine what kind of undertone you want. Like, do you want a more warm undertone? Do you want something that's more neutral, like, you know, maybe in between or a mix of the two? Or do you want something that's like more ashy and cool toned? I actually originally wanted something more ashy, but I ended up getting a mix of ashy and warm, which I think ended up suiting me a little bit better, so I'm glad that it turned out that way. They did have to bleach my hair pretty far. So if you're afraid of pulling like those orangey tones, then you're gonna have to probably bleach your hair far enough to get past that orangey stage. Because when you bleach your hair, it does go through levels. So they bleached my hair until it was like a pale yellow type of color, like pale blondish yellow. And then they used the toner over that for me to get my desired color. So that's really it as far as the color goes. Just, you know, try to have a consultation with your stylist. It would be really helpful if they showed you like swatches, because they showed me swatches. I like Instagrammed it showing you guys, oh, which color, you know, which tone should I go to, and you'll be able to see the difference between something that's warmer and like ashier. And as far as what highlights I got, I specifically asked for really, really blended in highlights. What you see here took a lot of foils and several hours. It took a lot of time to get everything so blended in like this, but this is exactly what I wanted. So I actually went to a hair school. It was a lot more affordable, and they did do a great job. I'll put the information down below as to which school I went to if you're living here in Georgia. But yeah, just think about what kind of highlights you want. If you really want your highlights blended in like this and you have a lot of hair, you're really going to have to keep in mind that it's going to take a lot of foils, and some salons will charge you more for those foils because it takes a lot more time to put them in. When you're getting your hair bleached, it naturally will pull a color that isn't as flattering, so definitely try to get your hair toned too, and that will most likely cost more too. Another thing to keep in mind is that toner does wear off through time. If you've never colored your hair before, don't really expect to get the color you want right away. It could take some time, it could take more than one visit. It's gonna take patience, and it really is a learning process. Right now, as far as the style goes, I just used my bed head. I believe this is a 1 1/4 inch barrel to just curl my hair back. Nothing fancy. I know I have hair tutorials from a while back that will show how I did this. It's really, really easy. And I have been trying to grow my bangs out just to change things up a little bit. If it's one thing I would suggest is to not get your layers razor cut. It's not only damaging, but your ends and your hair in general, it just isn't going to look as healthy. And if your hair is already damaged, definitely try to get your hair cut with just shears. Now for my hair care, I have been using the Redken All Soft that I mentioned in my last haul. Shampoo is like a lifesaver. The kind of shampoo you use will make all the difference. This has really restored my hair, made it soft again. My hair was so dry and coarse and damaged before. It felt like straw. It was terrible. It just didn't look good. It didn't look healthy. And once I switched to better shampoos, it made all the difference. Like, my hair actually feels back to normal now. The conditioner I'm currently using is from Pantene. I wouldn't really recommend it. I know a lot of people say like Pantene products aren't the best for your hair, but I've just been using this since I'm trying to use it up, and I'll probably switch to something else later on. After I wash my hair, I let it mostly air dry first, and then I blow dry it just to kind of get some style into it if I'm trying to style a little bit with my brush. But yeah, usually, you know, I don't like blow dry my hair once I get out of the shower, because that's just more heat to your hair and that's more damaging. And one last thing, I'm really proud of myself about this, is that I've been washing my hair every other day. This is actually second day here. Not too bad, right? And I've been doing well with that, trying to not wash my hair every single day. So that's just better for you if you don't wash your hair too often. But that is about it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask on Twitter. Feel free to take the picture that I have on Facebook as a color reference if you'd like. And that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you found it at all informative or helpful. And just let me know what you thought down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, everybody.